let me ask you a question, Dallas. What can the world learn from wrestling? I mean, if you look at what happened to mixed martial arts from wrestling, I mean, you saw the UFC really, the stars adopt a lot of stuff from wrestling, right? I mean, all the shit talking that Chael Sonnen came, and then we thought Chael Sonnen was crazy, and then Conor McGregor took it to the next level. I mean, come on, as an old school wrestling guy, to watch that sport kind of adopt your shtick, what was that like to watch, and how well did they do it?
I thought those guys were unbelievable. Now, there's also a lot of brotherhood in MMA, as you know, and a lot of them just go for the personal, we love you, brother. I'm going to beat the hell out of you, but I love you and respect you. There's a lot of that, too. But that doesn't draw money.
Yeah.
That doesn't really draw money. Now, let's go back a step. The guy in boxing who did it all at its highest level is Muhammad Ali.
Right.
But where did he learn that? If you watch enough interviews about Ali, you will hear him say, I took it from Gorgeous George. He was getting interviewed in Las Vegas for a fight he had coming up, and Gorgeous George was in the radio station, and they had speakers on, and of course, was a huge fan. I have a picture.
Who is Gorgeous George, Dallas?
Who's Gorgeous George? Gorgeous George was one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. He put professional wrestling on the map in the 50s when television came on the scene. Okay. Wrestling was one of the huge things about it. Now, this guy was in movies like starring Gorgeous George. It was kind of like what happened with Hulk. And now, who's the biggest star in the world today? Oh, The Rock.
Right.
He's one of us.
Got it.
Muhammad Ali is my hero growing up as a kid, right? I get to meet him. It was a really big deal. While we were there, and he still could talk pretty decent, and he says, lock up, Diamond. And he calls the lockup. How sweet is that? My hero locking up with me. It was magic.
So George kind of started off that whole, what do you call it? Smack talking? What is it?
I think there's better than, there's less than, and there's different than. And the guys who are different than, they stand out. And when they're great, they really stand out. See, George did things like he went in the 50s and would get rollers put in his hair. He would wear the robes, and he had a guy spraying perfume as he's walking to the ring in the 50s. I'll tell you how over Gorgeous George was. He demanded 25% of the gate. Not the net gate, the gate. Made 10,000, he walked out with 2,500, which would be like walking out with 25,000. George was crazy over, and Muhammad Ali took that shtick, and then after that, it was like everybody, Dusty Rhodes, Superstar Billy Graham, Terry Funk, Ric Flair. I mean, these guys it's shit talking, and making sure that you don't you don't throw in a shit or an F-bomb.
Right, exactly. You got to watch that. And who does it best in mixed martial arts, in your opinion?
I thought Chael, I'll tell you what, McGregor and Chael, that's a coin toss, but I really liked Chael because he had a cadence. And I mean, he loved professional wrestling. I don't know if Conor did or not. Conor's just being Conor amped up, I mean, he's the real deal. And so Chael Sonnen, but I really thought that Chael could have made the swing into professional wrestling, but he was super beat up at the end of his career, and now you got to go wrestle 24, 25, sometimes 26 days in a month and then do it all over again. When I was on Hollywood Squares, some of the people who were stars, we're sitting around grabbing some lunch and someone goes, so wrestling, when is your season off? And I said, when we get hurt.
Yeah, no, well
I
said.
don't mean injured. I don't mean, I should say, when we get injured. I said, not when we're hurt.
All right.
Most of us who are over 35 are always hurt. Always. It's a knee, a back, a hip, a shoulder, your neck, whatever.